Hey y'all, what's up? We're back with another podcast episode, and y'all already know I'm so excited to be here. Like every day that I can get on here and talk about my life and my journey with God and just life itself and growing, evolving, growing more in the spirit and finding out who you're called to be to like finally see a purpose in your life. It makes it exciting to be in these moments. So I'm so excited to be here. I hope y'all had a great day, but we're gonna get straight to it. So today is day 3, right? Day 3, and the question was, in life right now, where you're at. I just had to ask myself at one point, is this loving to yourself? And it ties in with a post that I made today on my Facebook page where I said we have to learn to see ourselves how God sees his children. We really have to get a bird's eye view of who we really are in life. And the way to do that is to really check yourself, to hold yourself accountable for the good and the bad, to go on this journey of realizing no one can judge you at the end of the day but God. So why is it so hard for us to be honest with ourselves? And I definitely struggle with that. And as I began to, search for God, pray, seek, go within myself, just, really looking for who God was and who God is, it revealed to me you need to take accountability for all of your actions. When you ask for forgiveness, that's one thing, but it's another thing when you address something and you allow it to be healed, to be removed from your life if it needs to be removed, or to be, placed in moderations, or however it should be handled. It's like, on what level of love do you handle every situation when it comes to being accountable for the things in your life, right? And that's how you get to your happiness. That's how you get to the grace of God. That's how you get to his presence, is by being honest, by allowing the truth to be told, not only to God but to yourself. Because here's the thing, we all know God already knows, right? But it's on us to be honest with not only him but ourselves. So when I begin to ask myself in certain situations where I would find myself questioning God's faith, or my life, my faith in God, or my life and the things around me, I was like, is this loving to myself? Like, will this job make me feel good when I go clock in? Or, will this relationship make me feel good? Will this moment, this 10, 15 minutes of my life, will this moment make me feel good about myself? Or a few hours later, am I going to feel like I took 20 steps back? That's how I started to move accordingly. Like, is this loving to yourself? You stressing about something, is that loving to yourself? You praying about something but then still worrying, is that loving to yourself? And is that loving to God? Is that showing him that you trust him, that you have faith in what he said he's going to do? Do you not believe he's a man of his word? So it's like, when we move with God every single day. Like, just opening our eyes and having breath in our body is a blessing. To stand up and be able to walk and move and function, that's a blessing. To get in your car and drive to your job and come back home safely is a blessing. It's the little things, and once we start realizing and paying attention to the little things, we'll get in the habit of being grateful for the little things. So when the big things come, it's even more gratitude. It's more love. It's more worship. It's more praise. So it's like, is this loving to myself? Is this loving to my Father? Is this loving to... He blew his breath in me, right? Like, his spirit dwells within me. He picked me. It says he knew me. Before I was formed in my mother's womb, he knew me. He knew the plans that he had for our life then. So it's on us to love the temple, the vessel, the spirit that he gave us, that he chose for us to walk in this world and glorify him in. So I had to be more loving with myself. And I have to be honest. Is there moments where I may stumble? Of course. Or I may be in the moment of stumbling. Let me say that. And God will come through real quick and then, or I would check myself. Like I said, once you start being accountable for your actions, you tend to check yourself. Like, I really check myself. Like, hold on. Now, you sure you want to do this? Because if you do this, you know how you felt the last time. Did you pray about it? Maybe let's pray about it. Okay, we gotta wait and meditate on and wait for God to show the answers. Okay, let me test the spirit. This is the things that you learn, and it's like, okay, how does this make you feel? Was there anything said to you that made you feel away? Did you speak on it when it made you feel away? Or did you, take it in, what made you feel away to the point where okay, this is outside of my boundaries. It's no love lost, but this isn't loving to myself. I set boundaries, so I'm staying within them. I have to, because if I don't, that means I'm not being honest with myself, nor am I holding myself to the standard that I told God I would. And God knows that, we're going to slip up, but God wants us to not slip up. We have to get to the point where it's like, man, I trust God enough to not get upset. I trust God enough to accept the actions of people and understand that's who they are. And it's not that they're bad people, because none of us are bad, because we're all tied into one body, but they're just not my people. And that's okay. God put everybody in places for different gardens, different tribes, different everything, so it's like being honest with yourself and asking yourself, is this loving to myself? Really helps you to understand, okay, not only is this not, is this loving to myself, but how is this going to make God look? Can God get the glory from these actions? Or am I going against what God has for me? That's the things that we begin to ask. I know I did when I started being accountable and asking myself, is this loving to yourself? To worry, to stress, is this loving when you say you have faith? Let's go. Let's go. Get up. Get up right now. Pray, trust, believe, have faith, meditate, fast if you need to. Do what it takes to show God, I'll go. I'm honored to be able to have breath in my body. I'm honored to have, a spirit that dwells within me with power and with peace and with love and with strength. I'm honored. So I have to humble myself. I have to really show gratitude and make it clear. Like, I'll say your name and I'll praise you no matter where I stand in life. And I have to respect that spirit that's within me. So is this loving to me, and is this loving to the spirit that was placed upon me or in me? Is it loving? We all are created with purpose. Every single one of us has a purpose. And until we start addressing things and being honest with ourselves and being honest with God, it makes it hard to see the purpose, because it is hidden under all the pain. Y'all ever went on the beach? You know how they gotta go with the metal detectors and they can go on the beach. You know how people be finding jewelry and everything. It's like it's the same thing. Like, the pain is covered up by all the sand. But when you take the time to actually go on a search to allow God to heal that pain, yeah, God's like a metal detector. Okay, dig it up. All right, it's dirty right now. Let's clean it up. It never lost its value, but let's clean this area up. Okay, let's go again. Oh, it's beeping again. Okay, let's clean this up. It still has the same value, if not more, after it's been underground for so long. Catch me where I'm going. It doesn't have to always look like it's it's perfect. And it doesn't always have to be seen. Like, we have to be willing to uncover that dirt off of that. Like, take that pain, take that trauma, take that hurt, accept what has happened in our life and go to God and allow Him to heal us. I'm not saying, oh, get over it. What I'm saying is go to the source and allow Him to heal you. So how do I do that? Ask yourself in every situation, the way I'm thinking, is this loving to myself? The way I'm moving, is this loving to myself? You know, that's the important thing we have to remember. Like, just because we're buried in pain, it does not mean that we cannot heal that pain and be uncovered like a treasure buried in the sand or in the dirt, and then cleaned up and changed and renewed and still hold that same value, like I said, if not more. So really ask yourself, is this loving to myself? That's what I have to ask myself. And I ask myself this daily. Like, this is not just every once. I have to ask myself this, like, every moment I'm getting ready to, anytime the vessel is moving, the body is moving, is this loving to myself? Is this elevating me? Is this hurting me? Is this hindering me? Is this loving to me? Will this make me feel renewed, refreshed? Is this the one that's going to give me that feeling? If not, I can't do it. Because in this season and from here on out, I gotta put me first. I gotta keep God with me. I gotta love this. I gotta love this gifts. All of the gifts that He gives us. That's the thing. The vessel holds the gifts. Your spirit is the gift. But it's uncovering it and allowing it to be what it's supposed to be. We go against the flow of everything so often. So now is the time to be accountable, because we want to be in love. We want to be at peace. We want to be happy. So the first question to ourselves should be, is this loving to me? Is this loving to myself? Y'all, I love y'all so much. This is day 3. Day 3, we're coming with another topic tomorrow. Definitely have to meditate, pray and figure out where the spirit is definitely going to want to go. But I love y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. I'm sending y'all nothing but love and light. Like I always say, pray for me, don't pray on me. And if you're praying on me, I'm still praying for you, because it is always love. It's going to always be that. It's going to always be that. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. Good night.